Virginia, VIR, and we are here in what I believe is called the Fanatec Global Challenge. It's a multi-class series with the Cadillac, which is what we're in right now, and the Kia Optima. So that's pretty interesting, something completely different. Never raced the Cadillac here before. Or on iRacing, I've never raced Cadillac. I have driven it a couple times just to kind of test it out. And I always remember it being not very fun to drive, I always thought. And not very easy to drive. But I'm jumping in here, just saw it going off and thought it might be interesting. I'm actually really enjoying driving this thing around. It feels really gripped up, feels like it's got a lot of power still though. But it's not super unforgiving like I used to think it was. So we're gonna give this a shot, maybe have some fun here. Multi-class, we're about 6 seconds faster a lap. No, maybe like 12 seconds faster a lap than the Kias. Well, maybe 6, I'm not sure. But we are the quickest class. There's more people in our class than there are the Kias, but there is a fair number of Kias out there. I thought the Kias would be more popular, but it seems like these are. I'm on the wrong side of the track for that stupid corner. We're at VIR here, though. I like this track a lot, and I haven't had a chance to race it very much. I think I've only raced it one time, actually. So I'm still getting used to it. We are the number 4, but there's only one in the one and the 2 car are in Cadillacs. The 3 is in a Kia, so there's only 2 people ahead of us on iRating in the Cadillacs, but I doubt we're going to be 3rd fastest, to be honest. This is kind of weird as well. You have to kind of blip the throttle to get it to shift. Downshift anyway. Upshifting, you don't need that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Feeling a little loose right now. I was feeling a lot better in practice. A little bit loose here in qualifying. But it's a 25-minute race. And yeah, just thought it'd be fun to try this. I don't know if I'm going to run very many of these, but I thought it might be interesting. Do a 51.9, which is by far my fastest lap. But the track must have a lot of speed in it. We're just 5th on the board right now. Decided to qualify because this is a single split. This is a Class D series. And we are a pretty low car number, so thought it would be safest, see if we can get ahead of people that might be a bit off the pace. And I am just all over the wrong sides of the track coming to this section. And it might be messy as well, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea how this series is. Never run it before. And I may never run it again, but thought it might be fun to try. And I'm actually really enjoying just wheeling this car around the track. That corner is so deceivingly sharp. I feel like you can take it so much harder. My key, though, is just going to be not overdrive it. Just keep it on the track. Try and get good exits. So much runoff here. You don't want to go off track if you can help it. And we'll just try to do that and try and not run into anybody. Who knows if we'll be able to. I came here in the Toyota GR86s back when that car first came out, and I was really enjoying running this track, and I was running P3 before I just clipped the grass and wrecked. So these feel like they have a lot more grip than those cars do, though. I don't know if clipping the grass will wreck us quite as easily as it will in those Toyotas, but definitely don't want to be touching the grass. We are sitting P7 now. There's a 149 out there from the 2 car. So we're not going to be anywhere near him, of course. And we just ran a 153
There's the checkered flag
for our 2nd lap. So yeah, should be interesting. I don't think we need to pit, right? No. No way. We can do 25 laps on a tank. And we're not going to be doing 25 laps in a 25-minute race because we're doing 2-minute laps. But yeah, I don't have a paint scheme for this, just the default, whatever it is. I've done some laps with this before, as I said, and I used to not really care for how it drove. I tried to do it at the Nürburgring, try to do some laps there a long time ago. So I don't know if they updated it to make it a Class D series. I don't think it used to have a series when it's been free content for a long time, the Cadillac, but I don't remember it always being available to race in officials. I could be wrong though. But we'll see. See if we can have a fun one. I thought it might be interesting. I like this track. And this thing just, it feels real fast, but it doesn't feel like it used to feel so unstable. Like I could barely get it into the corners. And maybe I was just, whatever setup I was doing when I was practicing 4 or 5 years ago with it. Just seeing how it felt, but it's feeling okay to me now. And I'll be saying that, and I'll go out there and self-spin. Probably. Hopefully not. So we are 7th. There's a Kia out there that's ran a 156, so he's only 5 seconds slower than us. So we need to keep it on track, or we might be in danger of getting passed by a couple Kias. Seems like their straightaway speed's not as good, but their cornering is really good. And this is also rolling starts, I believe.
Plenty of fuel to finish the race. The estimated SOF is 1,539. We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Yeah, we'll see. Got somebody burning off extra fuel, I guess, behind us. I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. We are number 4. I'm just going to try and keep it clean, see if we can keep it on track, not run anybody over. Hopefully the people behind us won't be too aggressive, or hopefully we can just get pulled away from them. The rolling starts will help us get spread out a little bit before we get into turn 1. Turn 1's very sharp and very easy to run off, not very wide. We need to be sure that we are getting it slowed down enough to not drive off the track or push somebody off the track by sliding and hitting them with our left sides. We're starting on pit road here. I didn't even realize that. Thought we were on the front stretch. But that's fine. We will see how this goes. Never raced these Cadillacs before. No idea how it's going to be in traffic or with draft or anything like that. And for the most part, I was leaving it in 2nd gear as my lowest gear for most of the corners, but for Oak Tree, I was shifting to 1st because that seemed to be the sharpest. Maybe 1st gear is fine for the whole thing. I don't know. I don't have that much practice. But let's see how it goes. Just here to have some fun. I was feeling like it was a lot of fun just running by myself in practice. So we'll see what it's like with all these cars out here. Do want to try and do some road racing this season. I may jump around to a couple different series. I kind of want to run the IR01, but it's going to be hard to find people to run that official. I'd like to try some open wheel stuff. I don't really want to get, I mean, the Super Formula is the most obvious thing, or like F3 or something, but I don't know. That doesn't seem to really interest me. And F1 is just way too difficult. I'd much rather, like, I don't know how the IR01 drives on road at all. I have not ever tried that. I did it on oval one time back in week 13 when they did the update for it. So maybe there's no way I could drive it on road, but I thought it might be fun to try. It's like a champ car. I have absolutely no idea though. Let's see how we want to go for the restart or the start. I guess 2nd gear's fine. I don't want to be spinning up my tires. Hopefully the guys behind us won't be super aggressive. We're going to be trying to take it pretty easy. And maybe we can hang on to a top 7. Who knows? My road I rating's way too high at the moment. Running just oval series on road courses gets it inflated. So we may not be top 10 speed. Who knows? We qualified top 10, so maybe we can at least keep that. I don't know. I did not map a headlight flash button, but that shouldn't be an issue. Are the Kias staying pretty far back? Yeah, they're 5 seconds back there, so that's good. sometimes you get people that won't hang back for the lower class, and then they start, and if the speed difference isn't that big, it can really jumble things up in the back of the field. So usually it's good common courtesy to just stay back if you're the slowest class, the leader of the slowest class, which is what he's doing, so that's good. Let's see how this goes. 25-minute race. Can we survive it? I hope. We do get a free set or free reset as well, which is interesting. Class D series. All right, we are going. Looks like first gear probably.
Green, green, green.
Guy behind us got a really good start, but then he backed off instead of going 3 wide middle. Whoa. We got in there a lot quicker than I think people were expecting. We get by that guy. We're safe though. Be really careful on these colder tires. And with all these guys in front of us.
There's an incident behind.
There's an incident behind, apparently. Alright, get it over to the S's. Really fun part of the track. Oh, that guy's spinning. We got 2 people spinning. Okay. There's a couple free spots. Cold tires are fairly dangerous. Gotta be careful. Oh, and we are pushing wide. On the wrong side of the track for this corner. But we are on the track. We have survived first few sectors. That guy is going to a completely different state.
Got one on your left. All clear,
He went off. Alright, we're good. Puts us P2, I believe. I don't think we're quicker than the 12 behind us, but we'll see. We got the 1 that didn't qualify as well. That could probably come up and pass us before the end. But that was a good start for us. Let's be nice and smooth. Now we just got to put in a bunch of qualifying laps here. Just keep it on the track and not overdrive it. I don't know if shifting down to second there is necessary. Probably isn't. But we did gain some time on the 12 there. 2 car, we knew was going to be long gone ahead of us. We're not going to see him for very long. That's totally fine.
You're in second. Good job, man.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy to be in second. Who knows if we can keep it the whole time. A little bit loose in that section, just got to be careful with it. 12 cars much quicker through here, it seems like. He's gaining a bunch of time on us. Nice and easy through here, and then we can go flat out. Alright. Just tiptoeing it around some of these sections, but once we get out here, it's not too bad. Nice and easy through that. Get that slowed down, make that corner. Yeah, 12 is definitely quicker than we are. It's looking like. That's fine, though. Nice and easy. We definitely don't have the optimal lines for a lot of these, but just trying to be safe. He's within draft range as well. 3 seconds back behind him to the 15, though. Overdrive that a little bit, that's alright. Nice and easy through this. We push out wide, doesn't get it to turn. We're a little bit quicker than him through those 3 corners, but he's quicker everywhere else. Will we even catch lap traffic? I don't know. I don't know if we're quick enough. And I'm having trouble getting it to turn right now. A little bit understeery. Unless we get to that corner, then we're a little bit slidey. Alright, full throttle. Gain a little bit of time back on him, and got a big gap to the guys behind him. So this looks like it's going to be a race between me and the 12 if we can keep behind him, or keep him behind us. Nice and easy. It's so easy to drive a little bit too hard and go off here like we're about to do. Don't know how that wasn't a 1X. Ooh. Nearly got a little bit too much throttle in it. We lost a lot of time through there.
20 minutes to go.
20 minutes to go. Yeah, that was a bad last sector. I could stop overdriving it. I'm like having trouble getting it to turn now. Now he's keeping up pretty well. He'll be getting past us pretty quick, I imagine. But that's alright. We're not going to fight him too hard, I don't think. Try and hold the 6 car off back there.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
He's a little bit too far back to be throwing it in, I would say. Unless we spin out. We just did another 151 though, so it's not like we're going super slow. 12's just quick. That was terrible. Alright, a little bit better through there. The 6 cars catching. We may fall back to 4th before this one's over. Oh, we got loose. That's bad. Alright, just get him by us. Just a 1X, we're alright. Alright, and we shifted down and nearly lost it. Settle back in. Just keep it steady. My goodness, might fall back to 5th. 15's not that far back. I don't know if we can even stay ahead of the 6 now. We just completely fell apart that last time. No idea how tires are going to feel after a few laps either. That's one thing. May get more difficult to drive as we go along. I'm not going to downshift here. I just can't get it to freaking turn.
Closing on you. The gap is 1 second.
Yeah, I see him. Thanks. I don't need the extra pressure. Oh, he got loose ahead of us. You nearly lost it. I think the tires are getting harder to handle. I think this is going to get even harder to drive as we go along, which is not what I expected. Man, I gotta be very careful. I am sliding all over the freaking place. Just keep it on the dang track. I keep overdriving that corner there and getting a terrible angle for that one. And now the 6 cars here. And I just have none of the speed that I had to start with. That's okay. We got free spots at the beginning, and it looks like 5th is going to be the only thing we fall back to if we can keep it on the track. Alright, we actually got it to slow down that time. That's nice. Oh my gosh, it is just incredibly, incredibly loose now. I do not know where this looseness came from. I guess it's just the tires getting hot. But my gosh, we're going to have a heck of a time. Looks like the 15 drove off or something as well, but we're going to have a heck of a time keeping this thing on the track the full distance.
Got one on your right.
I'm not going to fight him too hard here. I'm just struggling
Pulling away from the car behind.
to hold it. We'll try and keep up with them.
Clear on the right.
Was not expecting the tires to get heated up and then be like liquid. And he's going to drive off nearly as well. There could be some mistakes ahead of us. We've seen the 12 wiggle a couple times as well. And it seems like it's getting harder and harder to handle. But we were definitely not quicker than either of these two guys, so that's fine if they get by us. Now we just got to keep it on track, and we can at least get fourth, which is much better than I thought we were going to do anyway. Looks like we're going to have some Kias coming up. That's cool. Alright. Settle back in, see if we can run 152s. I mean, 152s in practice for me were not bad at all. And I am running low 152s, so it's not like,
Thanks, man.
for me, I'm being really slow off my pace. It's just these guys ahead of us are just much quicker, so that's fine. Now, if we don't have to worry about trying to be quicker than we can be, maybe we can keep it on track a little bit better.
The lead is considered 50.579.
Yeah, we don't have 50s. We don't have 1.50. We barely have 151s, and most of the time we're not going to have that. Just focus on not overdriving and not entering corner too deep. Follow the 6 a little bit. We're learning a bit about how far out we can take some of these curbs. But I am not setting myself up for the best angle for that. Actually gained a little bit back on the 12. So once we got somebody in front of us, we're being a little bit better. We can actually see what lines we need to be taking instead of just acting like we know what we're doing, because we don't. Or I'm just going to keep driving off in this same portion of the track. And we have another terrible oak tree section. And all the time we had gained back on the 12, we lose it all right back right there. 17 seconds ahead to the 2 car.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 2 seconds.
I see him, thanks. Really bad. I don't even know who the 2 people that spun in front of us were, but I don't think it's either of these guys. I think they would have lost too much time to get back to us from spinning. The 6 car might be pushing hard to try and catch the 12, which could induce a mistake, but he's been looking pretty solid. And we overdrive that. Sets us up for a bad corner. Also, we're just going to be spinning out. Oh, I'm so bad. I thought we could hold the 15 off, but not looking super likely anymore. He's only 7 seconds back. I can't stop driving off the dang track. Because the front tires just have no grip right now. And we're taking this way too shallow, which is cutting off our exit, so we're not getting great straightaways. 6 car is catching the 12 though. I think we're quicker than the 15 if we can keep it on the stupid track. And I just don't know if we can go the whole time without going off the track again. But it's been really clean from what I've seen. I mean, we had the 2 self-spins, but there wasn't any contact involved to cause them, I don't think.
You're going well. Take that.
Thanks, I feel like we're going pretty well for our skill level. And it is slidey on throttle. We are losing a ton of time to the 15. Oh my gosh. We're just all over the place with how loose it is. Okay, we have a Kia coming up. So that's cool. Little jump there. I guess it's kind of like a stock car. It gets harder and harder to slow down for the corners, and there's less grip as the tires age. But I guess this is kind of similar to that as a stock car. See, once we get to the higher gears, it really takes off.
Got one on your right.
Compared to the Kias.
All clear, all clear.
I also think it said short shifting. I read the setup notes, and I think it said short shifting is optimal, like shifting pretty early, which I have not been doing for the most part. Maybe I should try and start doing that. Sounds like this thing's probably got a turbo, which is probably why. That's good. And not getting up in the high revs too much. That might just get me entering the corners faster than I'm ready for, and I might just drive off that way. Who knows?
Oh man, we got one stopped up
We have
ahead.
a yellow. That is the 12 car.
Got one on your right. Clear on the right.
Will we get around? Let's try not to be too aggressive there. I don't know if we'll be able to keep him behind us or not, but there's a mistake we were looking for. So maybe that leads to more. Or maybe we can finally keep it on track for a little bit and be alright. We're just so bad through Oak Tree, it's crazy. Oh, he just spun again. That's unfortunate. He heated up his tires. He's definitely quicker than we are. He should have beat us, but that's unfortunate for him. Looks like the 15 has run off again as well. He's 14 seconds back. So we're back to third. 12 was running good though. He deserved a better finish than that. But looks like he's still in fourth, so it's pretty good. But it's not P2 like he was. He was running really good as the number 12 car for sure. But he's still P4, so that should still be a good finish if he can hang on to that.
You're back in third.
Thank you.
Got a slow car.
Third is way better than what I deserve with the way I've been driving. We got some lap traffic ahead and a Kia.
That car is a lap down.
We're going wide. And I just don't have any clue how much throttle to put into any part of this track. Except the long straightaways. I can tell you how much to put into that. Alright, we're going to be catching these guys at kind of a scary part of the track. But actually, we might catch them on the long straightaway. Who knows? Oh, just going to be patient, and I'm not sure which way he wants to go. I was going to go to his inside for this corner, but he's just trying to get out of the way, so thank you. Faster car is not coming up quick. We just passed the slower class. Thank you.
5 minutes to go.
Now we got the guy in 9th who is a lap down. He might be damaged, or he might just be letting us go. He might just be letting us go, so thank you for that. People are being pretty nice in this series. Maybe I'll run it more. Seems to be pretty clean. And these cars are kind of fun to whip around. And maybe, since I know they get super slidey and slick after the beginning, I try and back it down a little bit at the start and not go as hard as I possibly can, try and conserve the tires, even though I would have really no clue what I was doing with that on road. But I mean, we did alright here, not doing that. We just need to be aware of the fact that it wants to spin. I want to check the tire temps when we get out of here, if I can remember. Okay. I'm always afraid of going as wide as I should to try and get... I'm afraid of going out wider to get a better entry into the corner because I don't want to drive off into the grass. But it's compromising my entry because I'm cutting it so shallow. Because I just am not good enough and don't have enough practice. Same with this corner. We got 3rd and 4th in the Kias here. I'm not sure which lane they want. Apparently that one.
Or on your right.
Should be able to get by both of them before we get to the next corner.
Or on your right. All clear, all clear.
We do.
The leader just did a 50.2.
Leader's been consistently doing 150s, which is impressive. I've been consistently 152s, it looks like. So that's nice. How much time we got left? 2 minutes? So definitely white flag next time. We overdrove that a little bit, but we can run pretty wide as long as we don't spin out. At least you can kind of catch a slide pretty well with these, it seems like, at least the slides I've had. Seven seconds to the 6. He's been pretty solid. He has no reason to push. I don't think he has any chance of catching the leader. And he doesn't need to risk spinning or running off and letting us catch him.
Thanks, Lee.
Shifted a little bit earlier than I should have. Should be coming to the white flag. We got a minute and a half left. It's been fun. It's just fun to drive this car around this track, I think. I think it'd be even more fun if I got more practice and could actually drive it a little bit more on the edge and run a bit wider to get better entries and stuff. And I might just be driving off the track here. I missed my braking point. I'm surprised we got it to stop. Car's got pretty good brakes though. Well, that's fine. Get a 4X.
got the white flag. That's one more lap to go.
With the old grass, I don't think we would have ever been able to get back on track without spinning, but we actually have some grip grass now. Grippy. Which is fun. Not as unforgiving as the old, just instant ice that the old grass used to be. Just need to wheel it around here and keep it nice and stable. We're not racing around anybody at this point. We can come around and get our P3 for just pretty much surviving. Did help to qualify though, I would say. The one car didn't qualify. He was looking fast and something happened to him. He was catching up on the F3 and eventually just disappeared. So I'm not positive. Oh, we almost drove off. One more time around Oak Tree. With no oak tree there, actually. I do like this track, though. This is a fun track. Really long, but it's not... Road America is really long, and it does not seem as fun as this. This is a really fun track, I think. Some of the sections are pretty exciting, and you don't really get that much of a boring section. I mean, the straightaway even is not that boring. You got big elevation change, and seems to last the perfect length before you get to the next corner, at least in cars that are this quick.
Are you fucking serious?
We'll come around and get a P3, say good race. And I enjoyed that one. That one was a fun one. I'm glad I joined this.
Dang.
There's the checkered.
I did enjoy it.
Right there, bro.
Yeah, really good race.
Great job, driver.
Everyone was being pretty nice. There's something happening at the end there. Good win to the 2 and good racing with the 6. And we get 4 off tracks, but that's fine. Car's clean. And we didn't spin or get wrecked. So, overall, I would call that a pretty good success. If I do want to run this more, I should paint
Nice
the
racing
car.
with you, Sean.
I don't know if I'm going to run this much more, though. We'll see. Road series on the channel usually do not get very good views at all, but since this was so fun, I'll probably run it at least one more time. That is extremely loud. Alright, take a look at the incidents. Control numpad 3. Got some people just sliding. This stupid dialogue box that pops up. So somebody spun behind this 16 car as well. That was the... I have no idea. The 19. The 19 and the 16 both just hit the brakes a little too hard on cold tires, I suppose. Or downshifted a little too quick. And that spins them. They don't actually hit anything. 19 just resets. And this is the 2 people ahead of us. They hit the curb all weird, the 7 and the 5. And we were able to get right through it. And those guys are out. Just single car spins, just all happening at the same point. 16 again. Oh, the 1 catches some grass in the Cadillac, and that makes it so he misses the corner, and he hits the tire barrier, and that's why he lost a bunch of time after he was catching up pretty good. Wonder if he actually did the fastest lap, or if the 1 or the 2 car leading did it. 21 goes off there in the S's. He's trying to get back going. He finally has an opening. And he can't get it to turn. Gets a little bit more tire barrier there. 15 going over the curbs. This is me going over the curbs. Cutting that curb really sharp. And then pushing out way too wide for that. 15's going to get the grass. And just get it stuck. And he does spin it. But not all the way around, so he gets it back going straight. These Kias sound so quiet. 12 or 13 blows up. I don't know how he does that. But compared to the Cadillacs, these things make like no noise. It's crazy. You can't even hear them. I don't know why the 13 blows up there. That's interesting. Right in front of a Cadillac. 16 gunning it up, getting it sideways. Still no damage for him though. Now the 1's back around the 5. He's throwing it in. And they're hitting each other, and 5 gets loose and into him, and that sends him out into the grass again. So, wasn't the cleanest race. It was clean from our view, but we weren't really around that many people for very long. 15 gunning it around Oak Tree. I definitely felt it trying to do that a couple times to me. I had one really scary moment early. Had to be careful. And that's the 12. This is lap 10, so there's the 6 going by, and then he's trying to get going. Here we come. And I'm trying to be careful. I slow down really early for this so I don't push out wide and hit him. Give him plenty of room, though. It looked a lot closer from in-car, but you can barely see out of the car. We gave him plenty of room there, and then he ends up coming up here and spinning out of Oak Tree like we just saw the other guy do. Because his tires are really hot, and he just doesn't have the grip that he had after that spin. And that gets us away from him. He probably could have passed us back with how quick he was. Going through that section again. 15. This is one of the trickiest points of the track, I think. It's kind of cambered the wrong way for this right hand or this left hand corner. So you kind of want to, it makes your car want to spin. And then the 20, I think trying to stay out of the way, and the 11 wasn't sure which way he was going. And this is the 12, sending it in there. Is that after the race? No, it is not. 12 sends it in, and then the 13, I don't know if the 12, I don't think the 12 meant to do that. 13 was not ready for that though, and then the 12 shoved him out, but 12 overdrove it there. And that was unfortunate. I think he apologized after that. The 11's pulling a me, just driving straight off that. Might as well pave that section, because that's the direction the car wants to go. 21 going to do the same thing, or he's going to get into the 11. 21 gets into the 13 rather. I guess that's what the 21 was mad about, but he kind of just drove into the back from there. I mean, I guess he wasn't as fast as he expected, but still. Oh, and the 11 downshifts. This is the white flag lap, and he loses a spot there. And that's it. So, not too bad. That was a fun one. Handful of people with 0x. I had a bunch of off tracks. If I run this for any amount of time, I'll have a bunch of off tracks probably every race, but only 4 is probably pretty good, I would say. I'm happy with it. Finishing P3 there, much better than I expected. So that was a fun one. That's a fun car to drive. I never used to think it was, but I'm glad I tried this. So yeah, thanks for watching.